Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to this new bite-sized session. This week, I won't take longer because we have two presenters, so Errol Seaman and Henry Kwoshi. They will present a session called Creating TLA Resources with WordWall. As usual, we do record session, we do streamline it the day after, which is tomorrow from 4:30 to 4:45. The content of this session will be distributed to you via email soon after the session itself. I will leave you now with Errol, which will introduce the session. We're trying to call Harry. He's having some technical issue. He may probably will be a bit late, but Errol will cover the session in case. Thank you and enjoy the session.
Thank you, Luca. Good morning, all, and it's beautiful. What month are we in? Are we in May yet? Last day, penultimate day of April. So Henry's been kind enough to introduce today's BDC Bitesize. So this software he's been using called WordWall, excuse me, as you can guys can see. But just let's get to the aims of today's sessions. We want to explore just some of the resources that Henry's been using on WordWall to enhance his TLA. And what's excellent about this particular software, the ability to be able to track learner progression with some data that the software gives you as a result of some of the TLA activities. And of course, we'll link it to the TLA framework so we understand where we are with that. Yeah. So guys, as always, our pledge to you is to obviously be timely. We've got a lot to do in the day, always to provide value and provide something that you can that's pre-packaged that you can walk away with and use straight away. And this particular software via the WordWall website, there's a free version that Henry will introduce that you'll be able to utilize for your services and for your TLA sessions. Yeah. So with the TLA framework, guys, this can be linked to learning activities, but also assessment, learning checks, depending on how it's incorporated within the flow of your classroom and sequencing of your classroom activities. Yeah, this can really enhance, can be used as an energizer, can be used as a summarizer, can be used in the middle of your lessons. Also, as I said, it creates excellent tracking of certain statistics, as Henry, a different resource. So and this is quite let me get where I am, excuse me 1 second, let me just pull it up, let me share my screen. There we go. Okay, we'll save WordWall for another day. That's not a problem right there, guys. As I said, I apologize. So I'll share not this one here. Okay, so I'll share a simple resource, very, very simplistic type of resource, but there's times, for example, where we may be in a situation where we can find it difficult in order to deep dive and probe into a particular topic question in order to help the students to analyze that particular problem or issue. So this activity that I've had for years, I've used it in the past. It's called a wise habit. And it's a very simple question. It's just being able to use strategically the concept of the why question in order to deep dive and probe into a particular topic that you may be covering with your students. Yeah. So can I enlarge this? Yeah, let me make this a little bit bigger just so you guys can see. So very simple. So just let's say, for example, you have a particular topic, and this can work well as well with tutorials for the SAM team out there as well. So let's say you've got a topic, for example, violent crime is rising in London, and introducing that particular topic with just the initial question, why? Yeah. And a why question is so powerful because it really can get into the crux of understanding, the semantics and the mechanics behind that particular issue, whatever it might be. But the idea is that what we're attempting to do with that question is to get an initial why from your students, and then even dive deeper within that why, and then differentiating and probing even deeper. So we're coming up with another 3 answers. Let's say, for example, violent crime is rising in London, and they say why. And someone might say, for example, well, there's high poverty within London. Yeah. Then we dive even deeper and ask that question, well, why is there high poverty within London? But as you can see, we're differentiating it even deeper, where we're probing 3 sub questions to that particular question there. And then we can keep probing deeper. Now we've got the question, well, why is poverty high in London? You might get 3 separate answers, and then we can probe even deeper on those answers. And what it does, it really allows us to kind of flex, how shall we say, the evaluation and analysis skills of our students, to be able to probe topics and understand that things just on the surface level can be a lot deeper than they might be. And this can be used as an introductory. It can be on a particular topic, as I said, that's relevant to your subject area. It could be on a particular topic, guys, that is just a general newsworthy topic at this time. Cyberbullying, issues with behavior, violent crime within London, I don't know, whatever the particular topic is, and that's relevant at this particular time within society. But I just want to highlight just the idea of being able to, really take any particular topic that you have, whether it's at the beginning of the course of study, or maybe it's after a period of time where the students have had the opportunity to really deep dive into that particular topic, and then reviewing certain aspects of it to probe and elaborate it on it further. On the surface, I know it seems very, very simplistic in terms of what I'm showing you, and to be honest, a lot of these tools that we introduce on Bitesize can be quite can be quite simple, and that's the whole idea of it, right? Something that we can just take and utilize right away. So I don't want you to just mistake the fact that, well, I'm just asking a why question, but it's the structure and it's the strategy of how we're using it in order to, obviously, as I said, probe our particular topic even further. So that's it in a nutshell. So I apologize for that. Obviously, I'm just adapting because we've had the difficulties with Henry's session. So what we'll do, we'll pick up Henry's session on another week. So I apologize for that. But what I'll do in the meantime, guys, I'll send out this briefing sheet for the Wise Have It activity. It could be particularly something that you may want to try out with your students as we draw to the end of the academic year. It could be something that you can utilize as a reflection activity for students as you end of the course. You're reflecting on, maybe the question could be simply posed to them individually in terms of their level of success and why they achieved it or why they didn't, and being able to probe even deeper to say, well, why did you get a distinction? What things were you doing? And conversely, if a student's been had a low performance throughout the academic year, you can probe it in that way, and then we could differentiate and break things down to allow the students to have a really powerful reflection on their performance throughout the duration of the academic year. So these things can be used as tools in multiple ways. Okay. So Luca, have we got anything in the chat room? Just as I'm
No, Errol, we
going
don't
right
have any question in the chat box. But
now?
again, thanks for sharing, and thanks for actually the assist, because I guess a bite-sized session is really sharp, and you managed to share with all of us something which is really important. This last term reflection time for all of us. So, and I guess the word why is really meaningful, and you have explained really well what actually the way we can use it. And thanks as well for Harry, which tried his best. Probably some technical issues, but don't worry, we will definitely postpone the word wall session. In the meantime, we will make sure to share with you what Errol resource is. And thank you again for following us today. We'll see you next week for a new bite-sized session. Enjoy the lovely sunny day, warm temperature, and have a great day.
Have a great day, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Luca. Henry there, man?
Errol,
Yeah.
so sorry for what happened.
It's okay, man. Stuff like that
Listen,
happens. Don't stress yourself.
this
It's
morning
okay.
I woke up, I've done my trial, everything. Then now the word war page will not load.
Yeah. Henry, don't stress it, man. It happens. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh
It's
my
not.
goodness. I
It's
have
not.
3 computers here. None of them is loading on it. And I'm
Yeah.
asking why. Has somebody blocked me from the page or what?
I'd hope not. That's a good question.
Because
But
it's still not loading. If I go to wordwar.co.uk, it's not loading.
not loading up.
Yeah.
The gremlins in the system. Yeah, but don't stress it. I'm not. There weren't even in the thought in my head of
Oh
that
my
you wouldn't be
goodness.
prepared or is your fault,
This
man.
is so embarrassing.
It's okay, Henry. Don't stress it, man.
And already my team members are bashing me on our page. Like a whole IT man and couldn't get a page to load.
It's fine.
So
Yeah,
sorry.
no. Apology accepted, man. None needed, man. These things do happen. So we'll pick it up. We'll pick it up another week. That's not a problem.
Okay.
I'll get back to you. Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
I'll see you before. I'll see you sometime today anyway. Okay.
All right.
All right, man. Take care. Bye.